What's good, guys? Welcome back to Stax. You are now watching episode number 6. As you can see, we got Big Bro Dude.
Yo.
We got Lil Bro Doggy.
Yes, sir.
And then we got our homie.
Ooh.
So our homeboy today heavily reps the 3 stripes. Photo game so crazy. His name should be Wesley because he snipes. He's working on his street photography, so keep an eye out as his skill grows. Give him a follow and say what up to our boy, Jay Lowe's.
What's up? It's good to be
Jay,
here.
It's been a long time coming, bro. Like, thank you for coming through. Thank you for taking some time out your busy day.
Thank you for having me. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. And busy day, but I got to work. I got to leave work early, so it is what it is, you know.
It's funny because I was talking to Jay like last week. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'll have time to do the countdown this year. I'm working like really long days." And then as soon as we asked him to come on the pod, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave work early and come on the pod."
Hey man, priorities. I like it.
That's it.
So before we get to the main theme, I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody who's already participated in the countdown. If you didn't see Lawrence's IG, my IG, or Joel's IG, we made our target like in 3 days. You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous. We hit 3G.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh my gosh. So thank you to everybody who's participating, who's just supporting. Like, I know some people can't participate. We still love you either way. And yeah, man, we're just looking forward to seeing what else anyone else brings. We got some news for you, so make sure you listen to the pod. It's going to be a crazy pod because 1, Jay's on it, and 2, we just got some announcements to make.
Hell yeah.
Let's get to Stax.
Good job for the fundraiser, guys. That's bananas. One day,
thank
that's
you.
Crazy. Or 2 days?
Bro, that was ridiculous, man. Man. Thank you, and thank everybody. Man, I don't know. I can't even say thank you enough. But so our theme today is dedicated to the homie Jay because he is a heavy 3-stripe representer. So our theme today is 3 stripes. And you know what? Because of Lawrence's reaction before this video even started, I'm letting Jay go first.
C'est la marque aux 3 bancs.
I don't even know what he said, but it sounded sick.
So, to start off, the ZX Flux Zeno. As I'd like to say, c'est très joli.
C'est très joli.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and this shoe is just bananas. I'm just going to take my flash here. Like, look how bright this thing gets. This came out in 2015, along with a Superstar and a Metro Attitude. And the idea behind it, the designer's name is Josh Herr. And him and his team wanted something new. And they've been trying to work this out for a while. And they take it from the Zeno Peltis snake. You can see here, even on the tongue, there's like the branding of the snake itself. So they use like the snake skin on this, the iridescent lights. And I don't know if you guys know why this, like, what city this represents. I'll actually ask you guys, what city do you think this represents?
Is it New York?
Yes, it is New York. It's New York City. Filled with like the energy, the brightness, the color, the instant looks you get. It represents New York. And one fact I think you guys don't know about this, it's actually pretty bananas. You can see it a lot better on the right shoe, but the designer integrated his wife's name in the pattern.
What?
So I'll try to show you guys right up here. If you can read this, it says
Oh
Ali.
my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it says
That's
Ali.
dope.
Yep.
What?
And it's pretty cool. And
That's cool, yo.
yeah, he had said this on his Instagram a while back. And I never got to see the story. I was told by my boy B. Menard, who actually introduced me to these, which is pretty sick.
Yes. Shout out to Brandon.
Yeah, shout out B. Menard, Koala. And another really cool thing I figured out about these is underneath, like, this here is a snake eye. Instead of just like a standard like print.
Yeah,
which
that's
is pretty
dope.
dope. I only figured this out while I was looking at them again earlier. And yeah, this is one of my favorite shoes, one of my most personal sneakers. I will never ever get rid of these. I love these to death, and that's it for me.
I friggin' just before we go to the next person, that shoe, when it came out, I was so hyped. I don't even know that it came out in a lot of places in Canada, but I was in New York City when they came out, and I bought them in New York City, which is why I knew that they were a New York shoe. I bought them in New York, wore them in New York, and just like you can't express enough how bright and how easily the 3M like reflective iridescent shines until you see them in person. You're literally walking down the street and it looks like your shoe is a fucking like techno show. It's insane. They're so friggin' comfortable, and I'm doing all this raving about the shoe, and I sold them like for like fucking pennies on the dollar, I'm sure, like some time ago when I was trying to make space. And like as soon as Jay pulled it out before, I was like, fuck, like why did you just do that? They're such a good looking shoe. Oh, I'm so mad.
They're crazy, yeah. When I first got them, they were like on eBay for like 400, 450
so
bucks.
expensive.
And before I had this pair, actually, I had the all black pair with the black midsole that released on All-Star Weekend, and it's cool because it has nothing to do with basketball, but a bunch of players wore them to like games. And yeah, we got that at a warehouse sale for a free $3.99.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's how crazy it is. Like we just a warehouse sale like at Reebok here where I worked at, which had a bunch of the Adidas stuff, and they're just there. And I had no idea what these were until Brandon was like, "Yo, these are sick." And I was like, "All
right, cool."
They are sick. Yeah.
Cup.
Damn.
Yep. Cups.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
All right, well, I don't know if anyone can follow that up. So thank you. No, I'm playing. I don't even want to go, but I'll go anyway. So my pair is the Yeezy Wave Runner. This one is the most recent release. I believe it was
last year.
I don't know, 19 or 2020. No, 2019 probably. I've wanted them since they first came out, like in 2017, but due to financial restraints and whatnot, and like the resale value in the beginning was just stupid. I was I couldn't purchase. But shout out to a good friend of the show, Mr. Just 10, aka my boy Justin. He hit me up one day, I believe Soul Savvy or whatever. I don't know. He found a pair somewhere for retail, and he hit me up. He's like, "Hey, I know you want these," and I was like, "Yes." He's like, "I found a size 11," and I was like, "Yes, please." And he didn't even like charge me anything on top. He just like, "Yo, just give me whatever the retail was," and like I love them, man. Like
the shape is so good. Fuck.
Yeah, such a good cup.
And like it's got the boost and shit inside. Like it's I don't know, man. I love them.
Just for fun, look on the size tag if you can see it.
Yeah.
And do you see like the kind of the date? It says the date it was produced on it.
0819.
0819. Yeah.
There you go.
It was produced in 2019.
Yeah.
I didn't know Adidas pairs had that. I knew Nike pairs had that. We're already learning. We're already learning.
Right? Yo, Adidas PK session right
for
now.
real.
Bro. Let's go. Yo, Cuzzo, let's go. What do you got?
All right, so what I got is the 2019 Adidas Consortium the light aqua that dropped.
Yeah.
The first one. Now I remember hitting up Suji a while before these dropped. And I was like, "Yo, what are those aqua ones? It's like a light blue. It's got like a purple hit on them." And he's like, "Yo, those are the da 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 da." And he told me all this stuff about them. He's like, "Just wait, they're gonna drop soon." And the guy spoke them into existence.
Jeez.
And it dropped. But yeah, 2019. Yeah, man, fresh to death.
I need a pair of those.
I was hitting up like Jay. I was hitting up Suji. I was hitting up Fluffy. I was hitting up everybody, all the fam in MTL that was like an Adidas person. I was hitting them up. I'm like, "Yo, guys, when is this dropping? Like, yo, give me the scoop." Like,
for real,
it was crazy.
November 5th, 2019, I think.
He remembers.
Yeah, I think you're right, man.
The best shoe in the world is my opinion. I have 2 pairs and I wear these. I have one that's a beater, my most worn pair. It's crazy. Such a good shoe.
Beautiful.
Jay, we on the podcast, because we're not huge Adidas guys, but we're getting there and we're familiar with it. But we are Jordan guys. We, I think, from time to time compare the Aqua to like Chicago Jordan 1s. Is that like a fair, like it's like the big one? Like, is that what the comparison would be, kind of thing? Like, if you could do a comparison from an Aqua to a Nike or Jordan shoe, what would it be?
It's really hard to say because the culture here for ZX is completely different for compared to Nike. If you ask this question in Europe, it would be also a completely different answer from what I would say. But I was thinking about this actually, and I think ZX as a whole would be kind of like Nike's Dunk range.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like I know Jordan, there's a community of Jordans, but for dunks, I think there's a different community, just like the hashtag like Nike Dunktober. People get together wearing dunks and they just talk about it. Whereas here's it, ZX is kind of getting there, but it's just not there. But in Europe, it's huge. People get together, talk about ZX and stuff. So I wouldn't really compare it to a Chicago 1. Actually, you know what? I would for here.
For here,
like,
okay.
Canada and North America.
It's like just like the quintessential Adidas. Like when you think of like the quintessential Jordan, probably the first thing that pops into your head is like a Chicago 1 or like a Jordan 1. When I think of like an Adidas, other than like the simple like Superstar Stan Smith, I think like, oh, okay, Chicago 1 or something. So that's when like that's where I draw the comparison. I sort of mean it like in that way, not in like the hype way and that kind of thing. That's yeah. We'll get into that more after on the podcast, though.
Nice. Yeah, we will. But Lawrence, it's your turn, bro.
All right, so we left me until last 2 weeks in a row, and I'm really upset about it. So I would just like to lodge a formal complaint about that just right before I get into my shoe, because everyone's making me look like shit 2 weeks in a row. But as I've done a couple times now, I'm going to start with the box, because the box on these is kind of cool, and the box on these has the price tag, which is the biggest flex about this. So it comes in a cool like white box with a made in Germany tag.
Oh, these are sick, bro.
And the price tag on it, I'm going to cover the the price that I paid. The price there, $259.99. The price I paid, $79.99.
That's a
plus my discount when I worked at this store, which was S'il vous plaît. So I checked the receipt because I still have it in the box, $39.99 for this shoe that retailed at $250 Canadian. And the unboxing experience is really cool too. Like when you open it up, it looks like a forest.
I never knew that.
So yeah, the shoe itself is the ZX 500 OG, made in Germany. There was a white pair and there was a black pair. The black pair was like a suede / like reverse leather. I cannot express to you enough how soft this leather is. Like, it's the softest leather I've ever felt on a sneaker, and at $250, it had better be. Like, to give you, just so you understand, we had these obviously on display when I worked at S'il vous plaît, and every time we put a display shoe out, the toe box and the side would get so dirty, because every time someone would touch it, they would be like, oh shit, it's so soft, and continue to touch it because it was so soft and so supple. But the idea behind these, essentially, like I said, made in Germany. They're based on like German lederhosen, like, you know, the typical like German attire, I guess, traditional attire. And the traditional lederhosen are made from deer leather. So these are actually made from deer leather. So they're incredibly soft, incredibly supple. They were not really that limited when they released. Like, a bunch of stores got them. They were just kind of slept on because they are kind of simple. Like, it's an all white and an all black pair. But yeah, you got like the laser etched deer, if you can see it on the tongue there, like just an overall like clean ass pair. I usually like dress this pair up because I don't own a lot of white shoes. And that pair with like a pair of dress pants or whatever just looks like nice. But yeah, that's my pick. I love that shoe. Such a sleeper. Not many people even know about it.
Crazy.
I don't
that you went last.
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting this to show up. Like I kind of knew about this shoe, but I knew nothing about it. I just kind of see it, and I'm like, okay, cool. But like, this made of deal leather, that actually, like, wow, I'm surprised.
The one other story I have about this is the actual way that I met our good friend of the show, Alex Suji Cyphersons. And I had no idea who he was. I just had kind of like seen him around on Instagram, like just through like Chris's Instagram or whatever. And I had seen that he was like super into Adidas. So I had no idea who he was, didn't follow him, didn't know his name or anything. And I was like, this guy likes Adidas. And I was just trying to get this shit off the shelf at the store that I worked at. So I DM'd him and I was like, yo, like these are like deer leather. They're super cool. Like they're really cheap. I can get them for you for like $40. Retail's $250. He's like, I'm down. I'll take a pair. And that's how I met him. And he got a size 9. I think he wears like a size 10. And he bought a size 9 because that's all we had. He just wanted to have a pair. That's my story about that too.
That's sick.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Actually, he used to think it was a size 9.
I think he told that story, yeah. He didn't know his size for a while.
Yeah.
Turns out well for me because I got a couple of his shoes. So, I can't complain about it.
Nice.
Well, yo, shout out to Alex for, just being Alex and being the Addy guy as well. This was the 6th episode of Stax. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the shoes we brought out. Make sure you follow Canada Got Soul on Instagram. Make sure you follow our boy Jay Lowe's on Instagram. His photography game is
very good.
Just follow him. And make sure you check out the latest episode of True to Size. There's gonna be some crazy news. Like Kuya Joel says, smash what?
Smash that like button. Oh no, subscribe button.
He doesn't even know what he says.
Either way, smash both buttons.
Yeah.
We've been Canada Got Soul and our boy J Lowe's. We out. Peace.